Zdeno Chara night tonight. Curtis suggested yesterday, I believe, that that free agent signing is on the Mount Rushmore of free agent signings here in the city.
I don't think there's any question about it. If you go back and think about it, back in 2006, it was a 5-year, $37.5 million deal. That was money well spent because this was a guy who came in. He became your captain ultimately. He helped rebuild some of the culture that maybe was a little bit lost when he came in 2006. He brought a Stanley Cup to Boston in 2011, and what he was able to establish in that room, you talk to players now, it still lingers. And it'll be great to see him immortalized here tonight.
We talk about culture a lot when it comes to Mike Vrabel and this Patriots team, and then you look at some of when he got here, some of those guys who were young, like particularly Patrice Bergeron, Brad Marchand. He certainly was able to lead that group and was a huge part of winning that cup in 2011, if I have my years.
Right, but the other thing, I think there are so many special things when it comes to talking about Zdeno Chara, and one of the things is the humility, and he understands that there were a lot of people that really helped along the way. And as much as he was a leader and a captain, one of the things, because he was kind enough to sit down maybe about a month ago, he said, you still have to be able to listen. You still have to be able to adapt. And he needed players. If you think about a lot of the guys who populated that roster in 2011 in particular, Bergeron, Krejci, the guys on the Merlot line, we're talking about Marchand, Thornton, Chris Kelly. Then on the back end, Dennis Seidenberg, some of the other guys that really helped him and helped the entire group achieve what they wanted to. But such a special player.
Comeback game against Toronto. One of the all-time great Game 7s in any sport. And certainly...
Was that the Nathan Horton water on the ice game?
No, that
was in Vancouver.
That was Vancouver.
He got taken out by Aaron Rome.
But they had to come back and win. They were down by 4 in that game?
Against Toronto in 2013,
yes,
they were down 3 Cobb, and then Patrice Bergeron ended up winning it to send the Bruins ultimately past the Leafs and into the Stanley Cup final in 2013. There are so many legendary stories, I think, when it comes to Chara. I know that one of them that I think a lot of people, and I'm sure it'll be reflected here tonight, was when he broke his jaw in Game 4 in St. Louis. He's on the ice in Game 5. Sean Corrali told a story that a lot of the guys didn't know whether or not he was going to play in Game 5. So they're sitting in the team meal, and Corrali said Chara walks in, and he took a plate, and he basically took out all the food that he would normally eat for a pregame meal, salmon, pasta, whatever, put it in a blender, grabbed a straw, drank it, and he said, I guess he's playing tonight.